All right, y'all. Excuse my voice. I lost it this morning. My name is Darnita Davis. I am a lifelong East Sider. I was born and raised in East Akron. I am on the board of Big Love. I am the president of Stop the Violence Akron Movement. So I've walked these neighborhoods and this community's complex a lot of times. So I was called here a few times because of the violence. There's still violence going on in this neighborhood. It is still unsafe. And so what does safety actually look like? Safety looks like clean water, quality schools. It looks like affordable housing. I was just told that some residents are paying $1,100 a month to stay in this crap. Or if they don't have a voucher, they are paying market rent to live with mice and rats. Okay?
And floods.
And the soot fallout.
So I'm saying all that to say, what is safety and what does safety mean for us? That means this is all of our community. Just because we don't live over here does not mean we don't care, right? So we have to take our neighborhood back. I have 3 parents that all passed from cancer. Okay? My dad worked in a factory at Babcock and Wilcox. He had esophagus cancer. As soon as he retired, he died, about 2 years after that. My mom had breast cancer. My stepfather had pancreatic cancer. We are East Side residents. We have lived on the east side of Akron all of our life. So to have something like this happen in this community and people are not being accountable, we can't, who are we supposed to be holding accountable? That is a mess. That's a mess. So we got this new mayor that also promised us all these things that was going to happen. He was going to be there for the people and he was going to care. He was going to make sure that things were fair. This isn't fair. These folks over here in this neighborhood, they were not put up in a hotel.
Nope.
They had to come back to this crap. This is a piece of crap.
They opened up the community center on the east side.
On the east side.
For 2 hours.
For 2 hours. They evacuated these folks and they came back.
Yep.
They didn't put them in a hotel. That family said that she slept in the car.
They didn't evacuate that building.
I know. So the thing is,
That's my sister.
we are standing here together. And that's what we have to do. We have to make sure that we're writing letters. We have to make sure that we're going to city council. We have to make sure that we're having our meetings right here in this parking lot, right?
Yep.
We don't have to go downtown. Bring it to the neighborhood.
Right.
So I just wanted to say that I don't live over here, but it does not mean that I don't care. It doesn't mean that I won't come back, and we will be back.
Right.
It's up to
That's
us
right.
to make the change and make the difference. So I love my city, and we are resource rich. So there is no reason that these folks have to live like this. Okay? Y'all know how
Say it.
Y'all know that. So I love you. I appreciate you guys. And
Woo! Thank you, Dorita.
give her love.
So I made it, y'all. Cramps and all. I made it. You see, I had someone stop at Subway and get me mustard. If you guys know the secret of mustard. Yes. So
What's the secret?
It ain't been accurate. But at the end of the day, you saw how the response was without terror. Tell me what you saw. What did you see and what did you think about that?
Some smiles.
Chummy.
He bought us water.
We're your friends.
They were over there and they were talking to us.
We're the
They
good
told
guys.
us that we might actually be smelling the mulch factory instead.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it smells like mulch to me. Yeah.
I know what
There is no bad smell, but if there was, it's the mulch.
Yeah.
You guys didn't see caution tape and 2 security vans?
Right.
That's what I saw.
Mulch is horse shit.
Right, I didn't smell no mulch.
You know what mulch smells like.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know? At the end of the day, did they even represent any type of accountability?
No.
No. They ain't trying to push it off to somebody else. It ain't us.
Right.
Every time.
Every
Pass the
time,
buck.
But yet, you know, it is witnessed on a daily basis that this is where it's coming from. You know? Does that look like a pile of mulch to you? So even to say, hey, if they were our them, I'll put it that way. I would say, we support you. We understand. We're doing things to make a change that's going to better your community. Did we hear any of that?
No.
Do you think that would have been an acceptable encounter? Because
No.
they chose to encounter with us.
No.
But instead of, they want to push it off, oh, well, you don't need to be here, it's the mulch. So that shows, number one, disrespect, number two, unaccountability, and number three, and most importantly, no resolution.
Right.
They're not working on a resolution.
Preach.
I think they have Altair. Wait, what's the company called again?
Altera.
I think they have Altera Modus.
Right, that part.
That's a meme.
Like corporate greed. Yeah.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, I think that coming out here today, number one, created a vision. Because the one thing that I wanted to see was, hey, what you guys doing? I wanted to see them understand what is happening and that it is not just them that has to deal with it.
Right.
Hey, what y'all doing? And we got that the whole route. We got that the whole route. People wanted to know what was going on. And then once we told them, what was the response? Thank you. Keep it going.
Yeah.
We appreciate you. Those are the things that I heard. So understand, you coming out today served its purpose. The people saw you, Altera saw you, we saw the people, we saw Altera. The encounters with both shows us we gotta come back.
They saw us, but when we were
That's
leaving,
right.
actually, they didn't see us, and that we were not there.
Who said that?
The guy that was talking to us said that he hadn't seen any of the neighbors from the local area. No locals had come over.
They don't care.
We were just there.
They don't care. That's what it is. They only see what they want to see. Again, unaccountability. Give me some of this high-priced core water. Be happy. Fuck your water. that in itself was an insult. So, I want to thank my sister Beth and Big Love.
Woo!
I want her to come up and close us out.
Mentioned the EPA hearing.
Yes.
All right, thanks everyone for coming out. We are definitely going to be back. We've got a community meeting set up for next month on
14th at 5:30 at Goodyear Library.
Goodyear Library, 5:30, October 14th,
November.
November 14th. We will have more things going on, so please check out our social medias to keep informed about what's going on. And we do know that before the end of the year, Altera will have, the Ohio EPA will have a hearing about their permit renewal. And we need everybody to show up. So we also need help door knocking. So if you're not from the neighborhood and you want to help us do some door knocking or some phone banking, please hit up me or Paranita after this, and we'd be happy to help get you set up to do that. Because we need as many folks as possible from this neighborhood to come and talk about what they're facing on a daily basis, the illnesses that they are facing, to the Ohio EPA and ask that they fully enforce the Clean Air Act with Altera, which they've not been doing for 12 years. All right. So
2 years? 2 years? Or
12.
oh goodness.
Altera's been around since 2012.
The permit is 2 years.
The permit lapsed within the last year.
Lapse has been 2 years, but it's been 12 years that they've been operating and not being regulated in the correct
As incineration.
Yeah.
Okay.
as
Yeah.
Got you.
in the correct way.
You're saying before that they were being regulated properly?
They
No.
weren't being regulated properly before.
Before that either.
They they started 12 years ago.
Right,
Yeah,
but they,
so
they were
12
never regulated properly.
Wow.
They've never been regulated properly.
Wow.
They've never been regulated properly. And anybody that's had to deal with the Ohio EPA before knows that the Ohio EPA just hands everything over to industry. They don't actually care about protecting our health. It's not things that are actually based on science or health or your well-being. It's based on industry standards. And so we have to change that. We have to change that for this neighborhood. We have to change that for our state. So I'm going to close this out with a nice little, we'll be back.
We'll be back. We'll be back. We'll be back. We'll be back. Trying to get that. There's the remnants of that industrial fire right over here. Akron's industrial fire heritage.
I hope so.
Bye, Dee Dee. Or are you leaving?
Yeah.
Non-plastic liter trash fish. Wait, let's get you. Means so much. Let's clean up. Woo!